What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm giving you guys an update about rumors that are going on in the draft. This stuff is really interesting. This stuff is starting to heat up even though there's a long time before the draft, but I think you guys will want to hear this news, so let's get it started. So apparently there's a rumor going around in Miami that the Dolphins are looking to trade up to number 2 with the Washington Redskins. Now this is really interesting because obviously that's not our Detroit Lions who pick at number 3. And I know some people think, a lot of people actually believe the Lions will trade with the Miami Dolphins. But the Dolphins may be looking at this as a different tactic. They're going at this a different way. So basically us as Lions fans, we are trying to make it seem as much as possible that we want to take Tua Tagovailoa. That way we can get a big asking price in return from the Miami Dolphins as they trade up with us. We didn't want him anyways, so we could trade back, still get a guy at 5 that we wanted, and get a lot more in return. But in this case, maybe the Miami Dolphins are either seriously looking to trade with the Redskins so they can just completely ignore the Lions, or they are looking to a smokescreen to kind of mess with the Lions, I guess you would say, and kind of trick us. I think it's the second one. I think they're throwing up a smokescreen here. So basically, there's reports going around in Miami that they're looking to trade up with Washington. And the reason behind this is that way they don't really have to mess with the Detroit Lions. So if they trade the number 2, which would move Washington out of the 2 spot, obviously their biggest need isn't edge rusher. We just know Chase Young is there. So that's super interesting. And since Chase Young is there, I think a lot of people believe Washington will take him. But at the same time, this still could be a good thing for us potentially. Even if somehow they do trade up with Washington, and this is a fact that they do, that would mean since Miami is trading up with Washington at 2, the rumor is that they are looking to get one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft. We know they need a quarterback. That will either be Joe Burrow if the Bengals pass on him, or Tua Tagovailoa, which is most likely going to be the case, at number 2. So if that is the case, that would mean that our guy at number 3 would actually fall because Washington went out of that position. That guy is Chase Young. So Chase Young would actually fall to 3. I would love to take Chase Young. But the other scenario is this is a smokescreen. And if it's a smokescreen, that means Miami is just saying this so that when they come to offer us, they can be like, well, the Redskins, they're going to do it for a lot less. So, we're not going to accept it. That way we get way less in return than what we were initially looking for. Obviously, us as Lions fans, we're looking for the most. I would have loved to see a second first-round pick, right? The 26th pick and the 5th. That would have been beautiful. But maybe they're using this to potentially say, okay, you know what? Well, the Redskins, they'll do it for less. So, and they're higher. So, yeah, we'll just forget about you guys. That way we're like, snap. Okay, fine. We'll take less. So we don't necessarily want to get in that position. The Lions need to stay strong. They need to sit there, calm, stand their ground, make it seem like they want Tua, right? Make it seem like you want Tua, even if you don't. That way, when it comes to time, if Miami doesn't trade up with Washington prior to the draft, when it comes that time, Miami is really worried about Tua Tagovailoa not being there. And even if they do trade up with Washington, because they are kind of worried, then Chase Young would be sitting there at number 3. And even if we don't want Chase Young, we could trade back because we would have a huge trade bait, right? Chase Young is going to be a huge trade bait. So anybody that needs an edge rusher would absolutely be loving the thought of trading up with us to go get Chase Young. I mean, this could be a crazy draft. Or we could just take him at number 3 and have possibly the best edge rusher coming out of the draft. I just saw someone fall off a snowboard. That was crazy. So either way, I don't think we can go wrong here as Detroit Lions fans, but I do think it is super, super interesting what is going on with this trade talk. I will keep you guys updated. If you guys want to see where I'm getting this from, just look up Dolphins online, honestly. But this is by Fansided. Brian Miller actually posted this article, but it is a rumor right now that Miami is looking to trade up with Washington. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? What should we do? Thank you for watching, and I'm out.